we also have one of the greatest places to celebrate Presidents Day weekend, and that's the National Constitution Center. Jenna, you are a visionary of making this place incredible to visit, and you're the director of the educational side of things. How can we get students involved? But today, get this, Philly, it's free.
Yeah, so we have free admission for President's Day. It's also Black History Month. We celebrate Black history all year round here at the Constitution Center, but we have lots of stuff to do. There's scholar talks, right down to craft activities, hands-on exhibits, so lots of stuff to do for the entire family. We're celebrating Women's History Month next month, so we have a lot happening here at the Constitution Center.
If you walk around here, so I've been to a few weddings here at Signers Hall. It's got like a cool vibe to it, and we'll get to this back room here in a second, but one of the biggest things that I've kind of taken away from today is just the amount of exhibits you guys have. And it seems like everything is fully immersible.
Yeah, so we have exhibits on the Constitution, both the signing and then throughout history, so Civil War and Reconstruction, the 19th Amendment, which extended voting rights. So we, and everything is hands-on. You can, move things, touch things. We also have some craft activities, some great programs today. Like I said, and free admission all day long.
And we open up at 10 o'clock, I believe?
10 to 5, yep.
So this is the kind of things you just have hanging out here on President's Day weekend. This is Thomas Jefferson in the flesh.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, sir.
You as well, I will say. Are you one of the most handsome all-time leaders of the American way, or?
You honor me, sir.
Well, I hope so. I mean, listen, so we're here. Tell us what makes this so special.
We are now in a location that presides over a guardianship of the legacy of the United States Constitution on a day that celebrates the legacy of the presidency of the United States. I do not know a more perfect combination of entities to celebrate and to educate what we are celebrating today.
And you are the architect, correct? The man behind the Great Declaration?
Well, I was an architect of actual buildings, but yes, I am standing in front of a copy of the Declaration of Independence, and I was the primary author of it. I worked on it for 2.5 weeks alone, and then it took Congress about 2.5 days to ruin it.
So you didn't have Google Docs. I mean, listen, group work is always tough, so I completely understand why you went solo. But let's talk about, Jenna, where someplace he was not, and that's right here in Signers Hall. What's this all about?
Sure, so this is a recreation of September 17th, 1787, so that's the day that the Constitution was signed. What? So after a long summer of creating our government, the men in this room signed the Constitution, and, then it would go on to the states for ratification.
So when we're in here, how many of these men actually became president? We're looking at one here. This is George Washington, which is his birthday today.
Yeah, so we have George Washington and James Madison are the only two signers of the Constitution that would go on to become president. So our first and fourth president over here.
I think my wife, when she was in here during the wedding we were at, she said there's a lot of vertically challenged people in here as far as everyone was just shorter back then. So we've really grown into our legs.
Yeah, so these actually would have been taller gentlemen. These were the elites of society, so they would have had a lot of nutrition. So they actually would have been more average height. George Washington is the tallest in the room, and he stands at 6'3", which is still pretty tall for today. So
this is unbelievable and so cool to be a part of. And I will say, Mike and Alex, there's something special here that you just feel like you're engraced in that culture of what makes not only our country so special, but Philadelphia as a whole, right? Of the birthplace of so much, and to call this place home is pretty awesome. So 10 o'clock today, free of charge. The doors are opening up, and if you are not here, what are you waiting for, people? This is the big day to celebrate, so we hopefully see you down here.